Yo, 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 yo. Hey, we're back.
I forgot about it. It's been so long. I don't remember this.
It's been a minute, y'all, but we here. We got good news, but we here.
Yeah.
My name is Carlos.
I'm Ebony.
And we are the Mavens. Still working on that. Hey, Happy New Year to everyone watching. 2024.
Happy New Year.
Congratulate yourself on making it through 23. Now we're in a new year. We turning up. We going big. It's a great time. Great time to be alive.
Now let's see if we can do a video every month.
Okay, we'll see.
12 videos.
But before we get started, girl, you look good.
Baby, come on.
You look healthy.
Look, we ain't got all this space on my phone.
You doing something right.
525.
You married? That's how I do, a little something.
Baby, come on.
Okay, so everybody knows from our last video, if you haven't watched our big announcement, we were pregnant at that time. Now we're here. A lot of people have been reaching out. Thank you. People have been showing us so much love. We had 2 baby showers, one in Atlanta, one in Houston. People came out from all over the country to show us love. Thank you, baby. We received over 200 gifts. It was just amazing. So thank you all so much. So this episode, we want to answer a lot of questions.
Hey, those 200 gifts. You counted?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can keep up with it on the
the
registry that you made. Shout out to you on the registry, because I ain't do a thing. But anyway, this neither here nor there. We want to take a minute to answer a lot of questions. So if you tune into this episode, this is an opportunity to get a lot of information on our experience. Now, before we get started,
as you can tell by the title,
right, which is, we don't know yet, but you will see the title. Before we get started, I'd like to say this, and I just want to put this out there. We are not no healthcare medical professionals. So
medical professional. I am a healthcare.
Slightly, yeah.
Not medical.
Not medical.
Yeah.
So, all we're doing is providing information
based on our experience.
So that's what this is all about. Mm-hmm. So first off, for the people that don't know, because people may be watching, we have a healthy.
Let me open it. It's my birthday.
Happy birthday.
This is my birthday gift to myself.
Coming to you live from Mexico. I'm nervous. You nervous? Oh, gosh.
Okay, now I'm not nervous. All right.
Hold on. What are you, little baby? What are you? What you think?
Okay. I don't know what you are.
Okay, so hold on.
But your daddy thinks you're a boy.
Well, hold on, let me ask you this. If it's an XX chromosome, what is that?
They gonna say boy, girl.
Or if it's an XY, what's the difference?
I don't know. XY is a boy.
Yes.
All right. How do you feel, baby?
I feel nervous. I don't know why.
I don't know why you're nervous. I'm just like, what are you? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun.
Hold on, show them the card first. It's a nice card. Congratulations.
Boy or girl, what will baby be? Congratulations from your ACRM family.
Come on.
All right. Papa's got a brand new bag.
Oh! She's having a girl. Bravo! Whoa!
Thank you.
Whoa! Baby.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Show them, baby.
Oh yeah, I gotta show 'em.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. She gonna be bossing all their asses around.
Oh my damn.
You need to buy the prices now.
Yes. Oh, baby. Everybody gonna be so happy.
Dresses, rings, that good stuff.
Wow.
Baby.
Congratulations, baby.
Ooh, yummy. And a baby.
All this time.
Apologize.
Oh.
Girl.
All right. And how old is she now?
She'll be 3 months in a few days. So almost 3 months. So
Almost 3 months.
I gave birth to her almost 3 months ago.
Wow. Look at you. Look at God.
Yes, and we did it via home birth.
Nice. So we answered this question before, but for the people that don't know, why did we decide to do home birth?
So before I met Carlos, when I was in my ratchet TV era, I still watched the Housewives.
Right.
But
I'm about to say.
loving hip hop. I don't watch that no more.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. So, and that was actually the last season I watched with Amarion and his baby mama April. They did a home birth. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I want to do that. I want to have my kids at home like they did. And so that's where the idea initially came from. Shout out to April and Amarion, who not even together. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Okay, you right.
That's not funny.
You right.
They go through things.
Oh, man.
That was so fake. So we might have to pick up our baby during this. She might be a part of it. I don't know. But
so that's where the initial
that's where it came from.
The seed was planted by watching this show.
Right. Then over time, that was years ago. So now I'm like, I mentioned it to you, and you was like, yeah, we could do it. You know, Carlos up for whatever. But I was like fearful because I was like, my mama not going for that. She gonna be like, yeah, I need to do a home birth. But we did do a whole TikTok on her reaction. It's hilarious to me. But
okay, so I'm having a baby and didn't want to tell my mama. So my husband couldn't take us holding the secret and told her.
Let me say what I got to say.
Okay.
And let it soak in.
Okay.
So we've decided that we're going to do a home birth.
It was at that moment. I was like, oh hell. Then she played me and laughed. My mama stay with the traumatics.
So initially, we decided to do a home birth, and we kept it between us. We didn't really share with everybody initially our thought process. So if you're deciding to do a home birth, that's a nugget to take in. And tell them why it's important to maybe keep it between you and your partner, whoever that may be.
Well, he thinks I'm private, number one, so it was easy. It's like,
Yeah, she more private than I am, but
I'm not like private. Clearly, we're doing a video.
get your word.
But if you plan on doing a home birth and no one around you has had that experience, you're gonna get a lot of slack for, oh Lord, or oh girl, why are you doing that? Or oh, you strong, I'm gonna pray for you. It's a lot of people don't know, uncertainty, and so fear. And then even people who have kids, they're like, you just want to protect your peace. And that was really big during my pregnancy, like stress-free pregnancy. Did really good with a stress-free pregnancy. So letting people in on how you will experience invites people's opinion. So if they don't know you having a home birth, what they gonna say? Nothing. Right. So they just assume we went to the hospital. At least my mom did. She's like, you better have that bag packed.
She was saying have like, the bag packed for months. She had no idea.
Okay, you have your.
She's like, okay. That was so funny,
yeah,
man. She kept saying that.
She did. You better get that bag packed.
Yeah. So if you're watching this, if you decide to do a home birth, or if you're just curious about it, keep it in, because when we decided to do a home birth, we didn't know anyone personally that did it.
No one.
We know a lot of people that wanted to do it.
I didn't even know a lot of people who wanted to do it.
I don't want to drop names, but people have told
It's
us
a lot. How many people?
3.
Exactly. Exactly.
So a few people may have mentioned that they wanted to do it or they was curious about doing it, but
Yeah.
they didn't go through with it for whatever reason. And sometimes having other people's opinion or other people's fears about the process will influence you. So be careful about that. Here's a question that someone asked.
You got the itinerary?
I got it, baby. Let me do my thing. Someone asked us.
So we had people to ask questions about our home birth on Instagram because we wanted to give people the opportunity to inquire because a lot of people don't go through it. Well, at least we found nobody did. So we want to be a open book for those who have questions. Again, we don't know everything, but we have gone through the experience.
Yeah, so just for the sake of the question that someone asked, they said, what were people's responses? We kind of talked about that already.
It was all negative.
Yeah. And
out of, let's say we asked 100 people, or not asked, we shared it with 100 people, which we didn't. Everybody was like, no, except maybe 2 people. So it just got to show you people.
I wouldn't say no. I think a lot of people were shocked when you say home birth. So I wouldn't say
shock isn't.
I wouldn't say negative though. I would say you would get the responses like how you mentioned earlier. Oh, really? You
Some
sure?
of them were negative though.
Some of them were.
So don't be saying it wasn't.
Right.
It was some people that was very negative.
It was some people that were way negative.
Shocked isn't necessarily negative, but it ain't comforting.
It's not. That's a good way.
So if it ain't comforting, look, we positive and negative.
Okay.
Love and hate.
So for the person that asked us that, we received a lot of responses of people that were shocked because to me, this lack of information, people just don't know. So
and then like people who know me, I'm very dramatic, and when I say dramatic, if you follow like my Instagram stories, I even be subtle on there. But like I'm.
Oh, she.
I can act. It's funny. Like when I ain't gonna tell y'all, but we were in a place and I pretended that I had a handicap, and Carlos laugh. Like I be put on.
She goes
show.
too far with it.
I'm put on a show even for Instagram. Sometimes I do, but not really Instagram. I'm still a little reserved, but yeah. People who know me know I'm very dramatic, and they like, oh, you're not gonna be able to do it. Like you too dramatic, and this, that, and the third. But so that's why I want to tell nobody.
So we answered that question about people's responses, which leads to this question, which we kind of talked about already. But just for the sake of answering questions, someone said, "Why weren't we vocal about everything on social media?" Now, for the people that don't know, we pretty much hid our pregnancy throughout the whole journey on social media. We didn't share.
Yeah.
I think
it was because for many reasons. I just don't want people preying on me. Just let me go through. Like people giving unsolicited advice. The moment we came out, people started giving advice.
Everybody gonna give unsolicited
don't give me no
advice.
I just don't like unsolicited advice. So if you don't want it, guess what? Don't share it. So that's why I was like, let me go through this or whatever. Hell, even when I get pregnant again, be like, oh, this is gonna. I don't need to say
gonna pop out.
What's gonna happen on this pregnancy? Let me say, I don't need your advice.
Yeah. So we hid our pregnancy first off, so that gives you an idea of how we move. And then the second thing was we didn't mention anything on social media about the home birth in particular for many of those reasons that we mentioned before.
Yeah. So protect your peace. I'm telling you now, protect your peace. Just protect your peace is all I can say.
So another question that someone asked us was, how do you prep for a home birth? Now, before we get to that, Ebony came in with the idea that she wanted to do a home birth, and just to be clear, I was more of a support throughout this whole thing because obviously she's the one that's going through it with her body changing and the pregnancy and everything that's happening.
And I found out at the end that Mr. Carlos was scared.
Of course I was. There go the baby.
Let me go get the baby.
All right, y'all, we back. We had a quick intermission. For the people that don't follow us on social media, here's baby girl. Wave to the camera, Mackenzie.
She's sleepy.
Okay. Anyway,
So back to
prepping for
Prepping for
home
home
birth.
birth.
So, what we were talking about, I was a support throughout this journey, and a strong support throughout this journey, an encourager throughout this journey. And you were saying that you found out that I felt.
he was scared, and he didn't tell me the whole time. Till I didn't find out till like 2 months after I had the baby that he was scared of the home birth.
I wasn't scared of the home birth.
What you was scared of?
I was scared of birth. And I think it's a natural thing if there's anybody that goes through birth for the first time, period. There's going to be nervousness or fears. But
Well, even that, he said all that to say he never shared it with me. So I appreciate him for not sharing his fears with me, because I didn't need fearful people around me, because that's going to make me fearful. Like, okay, what am I doing? Yeah, you have moments of like, should I do a home birth? But it was always moments that lasted for about 5 seconds.
like,
Bless
ooh,
you.
bless you.
So,
Yeah, so to be clear, it wasn't the home birth that I was scared about. It was just the whole thing in general, because I would have felt that way if we was in the hospital also. I was just nervous a little bit. So so let's talk about prepping for home birth, because
so you also have to get a midwife and a doula. You don't have to have a doula, but you got to have a midwife.
yeah. And for people that don't know,
So there's midwives that have certifications, right? And some midwives are nurses, and some midwives are not. They're just midwives by trade. Like, they just have a lot of experience. And sometimes you don't have to have a lot of experience to call yourself a midwife. So that's another thing. Now, our midwife,
shout out to Christine.
Hey,
If
Christine.
you watching this, or if you on Instagram, is it Grace by
birth.
Birth by Grace?
Mm-hmm.
Go definitely check her out. And so Ebony found her on Instagram, because the question, how do we find our midwife? We found her on Instagram. Now, initially, we were doing both. We were going to a doctor and going to a midwife, just to kind of feel it out. And
So I do want to go back.
okay.
Christine was a labor and delivery nurse first.
Yes, for many years.
So that was comforting to know that she's actually a nurse and she's delivered babies before she decided to do midwifery. They call it midwifery. So it's important, even though I found her on Instagram, sometimes you find people on Instagram, they ain't legit. She's legit. So wherever you are, whatever city, state you are, you want to get someone that you feel comfortable with. Maybe you're okay with someone who's not a nurse, but is a midwife. That's up to you. Now, I do believe that midwives and home births will become popular, and people will be
I think
a little risky, but I would go with someone who has some type of experience, years experience.
Yeah, she had many years of experience, and also she had a track record of success. So many years and many births, and all successful births with no breaches or anything like that. So that was one of the components why we chose her instead of the hospital route.
You know how the 3, 2, 1, juicy.
Ooh, my girl, so cute. All right, so midwife Christine was the person who we fell in love with initially. I mean, she was just so genuine.
Now I'm telling
so
y'all
down
now,
to
y'all
earth.
can reach out if y'all want to, but they don't take everybody.
They don't take it.
They will tell you no.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you now, if you are in the not Atlanta, but Georgia, if you're in Georgia and you want Christine, she might tell y'all no, because they do a screening and see if you're a good candidate.
Yeah. So when you talk about prepping for home birth, we had a midwife. Now also we had a doula. Now
They assigned us a doula.
they assigned us a doula, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey,
And-
Jada.
Right. Hey, shout out to Jada, who is our doula. I ain't seen you in a while, girl. And she was really sweet, really kind, and prepping before we did our session, Jada would come over the house to meet us, to connect with us, to answer any questions.
To educate.
That's right. That is huge.
She educated us specifically on the process of the home birth.
Yeah.
What my body does.
Yes.
Carlos, I have this hilarious clip of what he asked.
I know.
I'm gonna put it. Take a look.
To this, so you have
So this is what her
her vagina is looking like, opening up. closed. So 1, 2, 3, she could be here for 2 weeks.
So what's normal?
We mean normal.
Like what it look like right now?
One.
Right here. It's completely closed.
And my coochie gonna keep opening.
And like when we having sex and it get comfortable and
You're not there, Carlos.
I'm just trying to compare.
You're not there. All you're feeling when you do feel that is you're feeling that right there.
So this is a huge component because especially for parents or partners that are going through this for the first time, like this is so important to have someone that's patient, that's ready to break stuff down. She would show us PowerPoints and pictures and really educate us on not only the home birth process, but just pregnancy in general. And especially me as the partner.
Specifically lactation.
Lactation also.
Yeah.
Lactation also. I mean, just
different positions for laboring.
She was looking at me. You hear Daddy talking?
So a doula isn't mandatory, but depending on what midwifery services you go through, they may assign you one, or you may already have a doula in mind. And so the difference between a midwife and a doula, so the midwife, how Jada explains it, the midwife deals with everything inside the body, and the doula deals with everything outside the body. And the other differentiation is doulas are there for emotional support.
Yeah.
And because I didn't really need a lot of emotional support, Carlos was really good. So I didn't have to like call her every single day and tell her this or that. Like she would check in with me, but I was very low maintenance.
Right.
Just because I had a good support system.
Right. So the doula is the one who is going to really be a little more hands-on with you throughout the whole journey. So, for example, some of the things she mentioned, the doula came over, she did a PowerPoint, she talked to our parents, she educated them on everything.
Walked us through contractions, different positions that Carlos would help me with. I could do on my own, he can assist me with. Did exercises to help me with breathing. Just those little things.
And that's a good point. I'm glad you said that. So the idea of it was when you're in labor and you're contracting and everything, like what do you do during that time? And
so they help out. She helps out. And of course Christine does too, but she wasn't there to teach because that's the doula's job to teach.
So the doula was there to, like she mentioned, give us breathing exercises, give us different positions, how to manage pain, different stretches that you can do. So our doula was really critical with the prep as we're prepping for home birth. Now, again, in our case, the doula was a part of our little package. So if you are considering it, it's just something to consider. If you want to do home birth, wherever you're located, wherever you're watching this, you want a midwife, of course, you got to have a midwife. But I highly recommend having a doula as well to be a part of that process. So something else that Ebony was doing, now I don't know if y'all should do this or not, but Ebony loved to watch videos. Tell them. Okay, because
that is a part of the preparation. I would just go on YouTube and type in, what would I type? I don't even remember.
Home birth.
Positive home birth.
Woo.
And I would watch those videos and see what they were doing that was good. Because I was like, I don't want to just type in home birth because they'll be putting all kind of stuff on YouTube. I ain't had time for that. So I seen so many positive home births. I was like, it started to change my perspective. And all it did was gave me ease and peace about going into having a home birth. So I flooded my mind with images and visualizations of positive, healthy home births. So that just continued to validate.
She was watching it all the time, y'all. I'd never forget. One morning we woke up. It's maybe like 6 o'clock in the morning, and all I can hear is, "So this is how to remove the placenta."
And he was like, "Baby, stop watching the videos.
Up early.
Why are you watching the videos?
Early in the morning, watching the video." Now again, this helped her. It helped her mentally, and
because you were in preparation. Like if with home births, you cannot have an epidural. If you are, I don't know what finagling y'all doing, but you can't have an epidural. So I was like, okay, I need to do everything, need to know everything.
And
that
for the people that don't know, an epidural is
oh, y'all know what epidural is. It's
okay.
the shot
y'all
that
know.
goes in the back part of your body, somewhere on your spine to help numb. And y'all already know the implications, complications of epidurals could give. Some people had an amazing time with the epidural. Good for you. Some people did not. My heart goes out to you. Okay.
So,
yeah. So yeah, I made sure to look at that. Another thing that I did to prepare was do my own research. I looked at my own. That was all.
And she would. We also found someone that was doing live. They were on Facebook Live and stuff like that.
Labor Nurse. Her name is Labor Nurse on Instagram. I'll tag her below, and she helped me. She did like a free webinar. She helped give pointers of how to breathe,
because
how to distract.
Her story is
she gave birth a whole bunch of times.
Yeah, she did all successful home births.
Yeah.
So it was important to listen.
Or no epidural births, not all home, but some home, some
natural.
But they were all natural births with no epidural specifically. Yeah.
So it was cool for Ebony to take a while. So if you're watching this video, take that extra step, right? Don't just listen to the midwife. Don't just listen to the doula.
Include your partner or whoever is going to be there with you, because you don't want to be doing something. They're like, what you doing? You don't have time to be answering questions. Like, he understood what I was doing throughout the whole process. So it's important because they need to know, because maybe they can remind you what you're supposed to be doing in that moment in a way that you can receive it, that will help your birthing process smoother.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I did not like watching the videos though. I just don't really like doing that all the time. I left that to Ebony, but
no, you watched the lady video, the labor nurse and delivery chief.
No, I'm talking about
endorphins.
I'm talking about the YouTube videos.
No, the endorphins.
Oh yeah, I watched that.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the other stuff,
no,
the TikToks and
no, not that. But like when Jada came over and the lady her webinar, you looked at that.
I had to look at that. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about the home birth YouTube. No.
Yeah. So if you're watching this video, take the extra step. That's all we're saying. Take the extra step. Reach out to people. If you see something that you think may be credible, then watch the video. Purchase the webinar or whatever it may be, just to prep yourself for this whole process. So one of the questions is, someone said, would we recommend a doula? The answer is yes, highly recommend a doula. So let's move on to the next question. Okay. So this one is very interesting.
So I want to start answering some of the questions from Instagram. One of the questions from Instagram was, what things did you do to keep the area positive and peaceful? So again, making sure you limit how many people you're telling you having a home birth, because a lot of people don't know about home birth. So they're going to put out whatever they feel like. Another thing that I did was the month of October, I told Carlos, October 1, the house needs to be clean and stay clean, because that was really big for me. Like, I can't handle a junky house. I cannot handle a junky house. So my space needs to be clean. And I couldn't tell a whole lot of people. I also ate what I wanted to eat.
Yeah, so we did have cleaning people come to take care of the house. That was first. The second thing that we did was we sat down and created a playlist.
Oh yeah, a playlist that we didn't even use.
We did.
Oh, well,
I played it.
Okay. We didn't let the playlist play.
No, we didn't let the playlist play. It went too fast. We wasn't focused. So
another thing we did that created a peaceful and positive, every single morning, Carlos would pray over me and Mackenzie. Me and him would pray together. I said me pray with me and Mackenzie. Yeah.
Yeah, she was in there.
So Carlos would pray over me and the baby. Yeah. And I would every single time we make sure we pray for a smooth and healthy pregnancy and delivery every single morning.
Every morning.
Single morning.
Every morning.
Even we talked about covering our bodies, our health, everything. He prayed every single morning. So that also helps. So you want to make sure you have someone that can support you daily. Like maybe I don't know if you're a single woman or you plan on having a baby alone. Do whatever it is to remind yourself that going into this experience will be peaceful. Because if you believe it'll be peaceful, it will, because I had a peaceful pregnancy. So it was really, really, I believe prayer works. So
amen.
You can have a playlist. I had one ready, but we just didn't use it. When I said we didn't use it, we didn't let it sit up there and play all day.
Yeah, we didn't. Okay, so cleaning the house, praying, and speaking over your body every morning, because there is power in the tongue, and you have an opportunity to speak things into existence, and that's exactly what we did.
And I ate what I wanted to eat.
She ate what she wanted to eat.
Now, it wasn't like crazy stuff, but
a little barbecue.
Not barbecue. I don't want to say, but a brisket sandwich.
And that's barbecue. Barbecue is eating Mexican food.
Whatever just brought comfort. Now, if that causes you to take you to another level in your pregnancy that's not healthy, then don't do that.
We was eating good, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, we was eating good.
And yeah, I was eating Ruffles.
Chips.
And like every day.
Yeah.
For like a 2 week straight.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
Juice with ice.
I had to have juice with ice, and I had to have my juices mixed. It was crazy.
Oh, it was too much, y'all. Pay for me. Pay for me. Oh, Lord, I made it. Nah, so yeah, all those things contribute to peace.
Yeah.
Within the environment. So that was that question. Let's see. Okay.
What did you do to prepare mentally for birthing at home?
We talked about
that. Did the experience outweigh the pain and labor process for you? Chickaboo.
I'm gonna read that again. Did the experience outweigh the pain / labor process for you? Did it?
Yeah, I would do and recommend a home birth 500 times.
So I guess that leads to the other question: would you do a home birth again?
Yeah, I would definitely do a home birth again. Of course, like let's pause. I'm changing your diaper.
Okay. One. All right, y'all. We back. We had to do a quick little outfit change. Quick little change in diaper situation. So one of the questions that somebody asked us, which is something I really want to get into, is contractions.
Oh my gosh. Let me tell you, the people lied to me. Okay? They said, let me tell you what they say.
Man.
They probably one of you that's watching. When your contractions start getting 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute apart, you're about to have the baby. Guess how many days I was having contractions, which are 1 minute, 2 minutes in between. First of all, let's start with, I was in labor. Did not know it. I did not know this.
No idea we was in labor. No idea.
We was in labor for 3 days. Now, my contractions on the day 1, 2, and 3, I had moments, extended periods, where they were a minute apart.
Yes.
And the baby was not coming.
So there's an app that the doula told us to get. It's called Contractions. It's called Contraction Timer. And obviously that's what it is. It times the contractions. And just like Ebony said, a few days before the baby was born is when she started getting this cramp-like feeling.
I thought it was just cramping.
We thought it was just cramping, but it did happen periodically. So
it was periodically.
So I guess that's a good indication. It comes
and then it stops.
And then it stops. And then it comes and then it stops. But just like she said,
it was moments where it was consistent.
Some it was 3, sometimes it's 15 minutes, sometimes it's 2 minutes.
Sometimes it's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, there were inconsistencies as far as how much time I experienced the contractions. But there were moments where they were consistently a minute apart, and it was like, but we didn't know I didn't know there was contractions.
So you talking 8 o'clock in the morning, contractions. 1:00 p.m. contractions. 6:00. All throughout the day, y'all. So
I didn't know.
It was crazy.
I didn't know it was contractions. Let me tell you what I was looking for. This is another way you can prepare too. I literally imagined having an elephant standing on my stomach, me swallowing needles, and someone hammering at my belly.
Damn.
That was what I was prepared to feel.
And that's what they tell you. I mean, that's...
Well, no one told me. I was trying to imagine the worst pain I could feel. Because apparently, the way people say, "Oh, them contractions good," it took me out. Oh my gosh, girl, I feel like I was going to die. You feel like you're going to die. You feel like you're going to die. You're going to feel like... I heard all that, not just when I got pregnant, but throughout my entire life. People, you be so scared.
Contraction time.
So I was like,
now, just to be clear, if that's your experience, that's your experience.
I do not have a high tolerance for pain. Let me be clear.
Because that's another question that everybody's saying.
Oh, do you have high tolerance? No. Carlos was trying to get a blackhead. I screamed.
She did.
To the Netherlands. And his grandma was like, well, if Ebony's screaming like that, she's not going to be able to do no home birth. And I have this pierced right here. This hurt like, I don't know, I cried. Got my tongue pierced before. Baby, I probably didn't eat for about a week. Okay. Got tattoos. All that hurt. I would give birth 10 more times. Okay.
Slow down.
I ain't having no 10 kids. You know that.
Well, okay, so
I'm saying that to say,
right? No,
it's not that it feels good. Like, you don't feel like you going get a massage, but the pain that I expected versus the pain that I experienced.
So this is a question somebody said: does the pain increase the closer you get to pregnancy?
I thought it did. The intensity.
So that's another thing somebody said.
Oh, this not contractions. This is just my stomach doing something to prepare, because I ain't never had no babies. I don't know. But they were contractions. So the contractions I felt 3 days before my pregnancy and the contractions I felt the day of pregnancy, it was the same.
When we're talking about the intensity of it.
The intensity of it.
Yeah.
The level of hurt, rather, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It was the same.
Yeah.
That was so crazy. I was like, the people lied to me.
Now, one thing, we watched the video. Remember that video of the girl that moved like a snake when she was in the hospital?
Oh, yes.
A
snake.
Now, her video slightly prepared us because...
Yeah, I was like, look at her, babe. She having contractions. They just laughing. They having a good time. I was like, okay. But she flipped out.
When it was time. She did. But she also said it was that cramp-like sensation.
She did, but people will say cramp-like, but they be like, you be finna die. And I be like, what? So... I'll just be like, So it's so much emphasis on the pain of labor, y'all.
Yeah. So,
now, if you having, like, maybe if you had a breech birth or you had some type of complication, I didn't have any complication. I didn't have a breech birth. She was head down, so I can't speak to that. But if you have a healthy pregnancy, what I mean healthy pregnancy, like no high blood pressure, preeclampsia, all those things that come with risks of having a baby, like all those health concerns that come with having a baby, if that was you, then I wouldn't do a home birth. I would go to the hospital, because the hospitals are experts at intervention. So you need an intervention because your pregnancy isn't 100% healthy because of blood pressure and stuff, or whatever the case is for you. Some people have to be bedridden, last couple of months. If you're having twins, if you're having multiples, everything is different. But if you have a healthy pregnancy, you ain't have no symptoms of blood pressure, preeclampsia, all that stuff.
So during this process, she would, I can hear her breathing. So I knew when a contraction would come, And so they gave us an exercise or something to do.
To squeeze my pelvis.
Squeeze the pelvis,
Mom.
put pressure on the back,
Yeah.
all those type of things. So that was my job. So it was rough, y'all, because we couldn't see. That's another thing. They say sleep through it, but it's so. How do you sleep through that?
Y'all, no lie. The day before I was gonna give birth. Now don't go do this. I'm not gonna even tell you what it is. Christine said, take this medication. It's gonna make her go to sleep.
She did.
I said, this not gonna work. I'm not gonna sleep. If I took that and I slept.
She did. She did actually sleep. And you know, if she slept, I slept.
So I'm gonna be honest, like I really focused on my breathing. I didn't like if you be like, oh, it hurt, you gonna flip out. But if you so I am a rule follower.
Yes.
And so I knew from my own education, I educated myself. I knew if I was not breathing at a calm and peaceful way, like I'm just focusing on my breath, I knew that it would mean I would freak out. I would be in pain. And if I freak out and I'm in pain, guess what? Guess who else feels that? My baby. So I need my baby to feel peaceful. I need to be feeling peaceful. Everybody else around me need to be feeling peaceful. I need everybody at ease. And so I need my body to work with me. I needed to work with my body. I need to work with Mackenzie. So with that, you gotta breathe.
You gotta breathe. So that was the whole contraction situation that we went through.
And now I'll put this video up. So we in preparation the day of birth. So are we going there yet?
Yeah, that's
so
next.
the day of birth. So
the day of.
The day before was so funny. Me, my mom, and Carlos, we all played Uno. That was funny. But the day of birth, I was up bouncing on the ball. When it's coming. That ball was so helpful. But then after a while, the ball was not helping because the baby had dropped lower than I could, whatever. I don't even know. But I had dilated. I didn't even know I had dilated. Our midwife came to our house the day that she was born at 2:00 in the morning. I was dilated. How many?
You at that time?
3.
Yes.
It was 3 centimeters.
Yep.
I was 3 centimeters dilated.
Yep.
And then she came back the next day.
She came back the next day.
Probably like around 2, 3 o'clock.
No, yeah, it was around 1 or 2.
I was like 2.
Yeah, maybe 2.
It was like 2:00, and she checked me.
She checked her with her fingers for people that want to know. Do
they want to know?
Well, you know, they asking, they paying attention. If you watching this, you want to know. So she tried to see how wide, you know, the situation
How many
is.
centimeters dilated I am.
Yeah, well, you know. So at that time
I was 6.
she was 6 centimeters. So we were like, oh shit, this is
I was
really
like,
happening.
I am? Like, I thought, like, you could feel it. I don't know what I thought, but I was like, okay. And I will say that she went inside. I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but she asked me she asked me did I want my water to be broken or did I want to break it naturally. So she asked me. Hospitals ain't gonna ask you nothing.
That's true.
So she gave me the option. You gonna take her?
Yeah.
She gonna still. She don't want to sit down.
Okay.
The hospital is not gonna ask you. I don't know what they do. I ain't gonna lie to you, but she asked me, and I was like, when she was inside of me, and she was like playing with the water bag or whatever you want to call it. She was like, "Do you want me to push it? This is it right here." And I was like, okay, like it didn't. I was like, I don't care. Like if you busted, I said, what's gonna happen? Like, am I gonna feel something or anything like that? So when she bursted, did water come out?
Yes.
Okay.
Water
See,
did
like,
come
I don't even
out.
remember.
Water did come out.
Was it like a pad on the bed or something?
We had pads on the bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, like a little pad. So she broke my water.
So this is 6 centimeters. She broke Ebony's water. So
but
we like.
After she checked me 6 centimeters, we were also walking the neighborhood.
Yes. At that point, she said we need to get active.
Yeah.
We need to get up and move around. So
that was before the water broke? Oh, that was after the water
After.
broke. Oh, yeah.
After.
So she broke the water. And then we started walking in my neighborhood, in our neighborhood.
So 6 centimeters is an indication that, all right, we're getting here. It's almost time.
Yeah.
Right. And so this is all the day of. So we walked the neighborhood. And we had shared this on Instagram and stuff. People was giving us advice on how she can go into labor. People was saying a whole bunch of stuff, which was funny for us. Somebody was, I ain't gonna say the stuff people was saying. Somebody was like, you need to go hit that, Carlos. You need to go tear that thing up.
Stuff.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think that's gonna be based on the couple, but in my mind, it's not in that capacity. And it's not about having sex. The reason why they say have sex is because the goal of it is to have an orgasm so that your cervix can soften. So if your cervix softens, it helps the baby come down.
Right.
So it's not having sex to make anything open up wider and no.
Yeah, because I'm trying.
It's not that. So that's the discrepancy. People think, oh, you have sex. No, it's have an orgasm. So you don't have to have sex to have an orgasm. You also can use toys. But for me,
Her
orgasm
mind wasn't there.
Orgasm. What we talk about? I'm trying to birth life here. Orgasm.
Yeah,
So we walked in the neighborhood, and every time we would just stop. I would have a contraction. Didn't know it. I would have a contraction. I would just breathe, and I would keep walking. I would keep walking. And then I did. We have stairs in our home, so I would skip a stair. I would squat up the stairs just for a little bit. And it was after that I took a shower.
Yep. So she came in.
Not a shower. I got in the water in our shower.
Yes.
I didn't like bathe
and so that's also a way to relax because you were pretty calm in there in the shower.
Mm-hmm. So our doula provided like this thing where you can sit in your shower and sit on that, or just get in the tub. I think I just got. I got on that thing, huh?
Yeah, you got a thing and put the shower on.
And put the shower on and just let the warm water kind of relax me. I just breathe through it. And then I also came from outside. I was like, I know I ain't gonna be able to get no showers. Right after the baby come. And I didn't have to take a shower after you. I didn't take a shower after you. Juicy mouth. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to. So I was like, this is my only opportunity to take a shower. So I took a shower. Not shower, but got in some water. I keep saying shower, but I ain't bathed.
Well, you were in there and the shower was running.
It was.
So it's like taking a shower.
So after that, I felt a little bit more relaxed. And then I think I got on the bed. So we had the pool. So, people have, when you have a home birth, you don't have to have it in the pool. But we know that birthing in the water was an option for me. So we had the pool, the whole system, the whole nine, everything.
We had all the equipment here, but the pool wasn't set up.
Yeah, but it was here, ready to go. It don't take nothing. Just like it's just
you just blow it up.
So once I got from out of the water, Christine checked me. Once she checked me, I guess I had dilated a little bit more.
Yeah,
so then
maybe 7.
Carlos and her left the room, or no?
No, it wasn't at that time yet. Remember, we tried.
Oh yes.
She
so
said,
after I got the water, she had me try and push,
and I stopped. We had my mom and a few people in the room at the time.
Was my mom up there yet?
I think she was in the air. They all in there.
Okay.
We had the Beyonce playing, Bigger, which was on our playlist. The playlist was playing.
Yeah. So all I seen was Carlos crying when Bigger Beyonce was. I was like, what?
I got chills, y'all. I looked at Ebony and Christine was like, let me see if you could just push. Let me just see what can happen. And she started to push or attempt to push. And I just couldn't take it.
Because he seen the head.
I did not.
Oh,
no,
you didn't see
no,
that yet?
not at that time.
I
No,
thought
it's
she
still
said-
early. Still early.
Oh, see?
We were trying, and
Okay.
it really wasn't successful. We were just
I
trying.
was trying to push it. Like, my body wasn't telling me to push. I pushed, but I would just felt like it wasn't ready to
It was
push.
forced. Now, this is an important thing because the doula kept saying the way you know that Ebony is ready is she's going to be in excruciating pain to where she can't even talk no more. And that's when you know. And that was not our case. That was not our situation for sure. So we knew that wasn't working. So we needed to just kind of relax. So I asked everybody to get out of the room. And
I know he ain't asked. So what happened? So after I tried to push and it wasn't successful, Carlos and the midwife
yes,
left,
yes,
and they went downstairs.
Yep.
To he created they call it the midwives brew, and so it's these ingredients. I'm not gonna say because I don't want y'all to go out there and do it. What the ingredients were, because I'm pretty sure it's probably a lot of different types of brews, but they did the brew. They came upstairs and Carl was like, drink this. And I was like, ooh. So I drank and I was like, I don't want to finish it. And he was like, drink it, baby, drink it. And Christine was like, don't force her. And when she said don't force her, I was like,
so
I
at
need
this
to drink
time
it.
I did kick everybody out of the room.
No. So then he came up and I drank. And then when I was
Not
trying
yet.
to push, it was the bigger.
No.
Okay.
I came upstairs and I said, everybody get out.
Yes, but it wasn't nice.
I didn't say it nice. I wasn't thinking about people's feelings. I just said what I said. So everybody got out, even Christine. So it's me and Ebony at this moment.
He said everybody out, but I don't think he meant Christine.
I didn't mean her. I didn't mean her.
And the doula.
I didn't mean
Everybody
doula either.
left.
Everybody left.
He said everybody get out. Oh,
So it's me and Ebony by ourselves, and we needed to calm down because it was so much going on. It was so many people in the room. It was just a lot happening. Yeah.
And me, like
I felt like
he felt. So this is his.
I felt like you couldn't be present and tap in and do what you really needed to do because there was just so much happening. Too many people, too many eyes.
That's what he did tell me. He said, I just feel like my wife is vulnerable and she can't be vulnerable.
Yeah, it was just, I felt like it was too much. So I told everybody to get out. So they got out. So we had a minute to just connect and just be with the two of us. And at this point, maybe she's 8 or 9 centimeters at this point because she's continuing to dilate. And I did come upstairs with the concoction that we made. I tried to get her to drink it. She drank a little bit of it. It wasn't that tasteful.
It was.
So anyway, we finally got through it.
Then I drank the rest of it. I was like, okay.
Not yet, but
Okay.
we tried different positions. Remember, before
they put
everybody
me
else
on-
came up,
Yeah.
we tried a few different positions.
My
and,
back, laying on the bed on my back.
yeah,
Squatting. Got on my hands and knees. I felt a little better, but it just wasn't ready.
it wasn't ready. Exactly.
And so, even though I never had a baby, I just felt it wasn't ready. And
We laid back down,
lay back down.
and then that's when Christine came in or whatever, and we tried again, and it wasn't ready. And that's when you finished the drink. So this is the thing about that drink.
Push you over threshold.
It pushed you over the threshold, and I wasn't waiting another. That baby was coming. God damn it. That baby, you was coming, baby. You was coming that night. I wasn't going another night, not sleeping. These contractions, I ain't doing that again. Okay? So we need to do what we had to do to get that baby out that night. So maybe it's about 5 or 6 o'clock at this time. So Christine comes back up. She drinks the concoction. We're talking, whatever. The doula comes up. She does come back, and Chelsea, who was my sister, was in there. I called her in there to be with us.
Yeah, I wanted someone to do a videography, and then we called our wedding photographer, and she was on standby.
She was on
But
standby.
it happened so fast.
It happened so fast. So a question was that somebody asked about the pool and warm water and everything about the pool. Again, the pool was there, but when it was time to actually do the
I didn't even ask for it. I didn't even want it.
yeah,
My body didn't call for it. Like, I'm very in tune with my body and what I want.
Yeah.
And I'm just naturally like that.
Yeah, she is.
So if I wanted the pool, I would have asked for it. But I was like, that pool. I ain't want to get in it.
Right.
It was just too much. It would have been another thing to do.
Yes.
And I know it's supposed to help relax, but the water also slows down your birthing. When I say slow down, it ain't gonna delay it for a day. But if your baby was supposed to come at 7 p.m., it might now come like at 8 or 9. You know, it would just delay it a little bit.
Yeah. So we didn't get to the pool. The pool was there, but we didn't get to it. So now it's game time, y'all. So I think what happened was the concoction kicked in.
Now, let me tell y'all, the biggest thing I was worried about, I wasn't even worried about the home pregnancy.
Are you going to tell this? I didn't know you was going to tell it, so I didn't want to say it.
I wasn't worried about the pregnancy.
Oh, boy.
I wasn't worried. All I was worried was about that doggone boo-boo. I don't worry about nothing else but the boo-boo. It was the lady who was going to come, but she ended up having to take care of some other business, so she couldn't come. That was a part of the team.
Yeah, she's a medical assistant. So she's a part of
She was
the team.
like, don't worry about it. I'm going to scoop your stuff out the pool. Don't worry about it. I got you. I was like, please, I don't want none of that stuff floating in the water. I don't want to see it.
She don't want to see it, nothing like that.
If you know me personally, you know I'm a germaphobe. When it comes to bathrooms specific, I can't do it. Baby, Christine told me to push.
So this is back when she was laying in the bed.
No, I went on.
Yes.
Oh.
You were in the
I
bed.
when I was.
No, it didn't happen then. Just go with me.
Okay.
You was in the bed and she said to push, and we attempted to push, but it wasn't time to push, and that's when it happened.
I didn't know.
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
I forgot. You didn't know. Yes.
It came out. See, I didn't know.
Yes. And guess who had to wipe up the boo-boo? Yeah, that's right. I did it. I'm a man. I said it. I wiped my wife's shit.
Don't curse in front of my baby.
Well, it is what it is.
Well,
So,
you do it every day, all day. You
be
an
quiet,
expert.
baby. Of my own shit, not your. So listen. This is a funny story. So I wipe up her boo boo, y'all.
I didn't even know. I didn't smell nothing.
Yeah, you didn't at that time. So we stood up as though I'm standing behind Ebony with my arms underneath hers, attempting to push. And she says,
Oh.
What did you say? Remember?
I was like, what is that smell?
So she looks at me as though I farted or I stink or something. She looks at me. And I'm like, I ain't say it, but I'm like, that's you.
So
that shit came from you, literally.
Jada had her essential oils, peppermint.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh Lord, I didn't shit it.
So did you know you did at that time? I don't think you did.
No,
you thought it was me.
Because Carlo, like he said, he had me like this. So
Yeah.
I was in front of him, so his arm was like this under my armpit.
Yeah.
And so his hand, I was like,
and my hands were probably shitty. They probably were.
I'm like, did you just wipe it with your hands? Did you?
No, I wiped it with the pad that you were on.
But how did it got on your hand?
It got in my hands a little bit. It was me, it was there.
Well, anyways, when he
I had her hands up and she was like,
I was like, oh, stop. I am not going to deliver smelling shit. So Jada had her essential oils.
So she had oils.
So I put it on my hands and I put it on my nose.
She rubbed it on both of our
noses.
noses.
And then I said, I asked for some more. I said, here, and I did like this to Carl. I rubbed it all on him. I said, is that better? He said, yeah. And I was like, okay, let's go. Because I was not going to smell it.
I know. This is so funny,
and then
though.
Jada was like,
yeah.
I was like, sprinkling. I said, baby, I don't care. Mackenzie paused too, okay? Everybody, I paused, Mackenzie paused.
Now we did try a few different positions. We tried a few different positions.
Back don't work for me. And the
You were slightly squatting.
Yeah, I was squatting.
And I was holding her from behind. And that really wasn't working for her. And what I think happened was at one moment I felt like the concoction kicked in and the baby was ready.
And Carlos had me under my armpits like that, and I was like, push. And Christine was like, come on, push. She's right here, y'all. even though Christine and Chelsea could see,
They saw
her head.
They saw her head. Because I'm behind her at this point.
But when I tell you, if I would have pushed, I would have probably torn, looking back. And so I pushed when I felt her coming down. And then that's when I started to push. Because it was like this big wave of like force. It was like this force. And I was like, when that force came, like, oh, just like if you do number 2, you don't go do number 2 if your body don't tell you you're ready, right? Like, you're not gonna do it. And then if you force it, you get hemorrhoids, you might bleed, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not gonna keep going. That was all I was gonna say about it. It's just like that as far as like when to know to push.
Yeah.
Even though people can see it and they telling you to push, yeah, you could, and you might tear.
So this is.
So I listen to my body.
So this is the other thing. Before, when she was laying on the bed, they were trying to coach her on how to push. Mm-hmm. And it just really wasn't working. She was like, hold your breath. Wait
it
until
was helpful when she would do it, but she couldn't assist me with my hands and do it. So it was like, for me, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to push.
It wasn't time.
Let me get her a bottle. So I couldn't push. Like, you just know, like, they were trying to coach me, but it just wasn't working for me. And it wasn't anything they were doing. My body just was like, it wasn't ready to push.
Yeah.
And so finally, when Carlos was holding me this way, he was behind me. I was pushing, and it would kind of did something.
You did one good one.
One good one.
And then
I said,
she turned into a lion.
I said, let me down, because Carlos was having me. I said, let me down. And they thought I wanted to stand up. JJ was like, no, move.
We knew it was time, y'all. We knew it was time.
Like, I wasn't vocal. I wasn't vocal at all, y'all. Like, I wasn't like, do this, do that.
Before, she wasn't.
Once that I felt that first push, I was like, get me from this position. I got to go down. Yeah, I got on my hands and my knees.
And then all of a sudden.
So that was that one push. 3 more pushes.
And how'd you do those 3 pushes?
Y'all, it wasn't even it wasn't a horror scream. Y'all, I called for all the ancestors.
This one came from the
motherland.
Yeah.
I can't even imitate the sound I made.
It was like a
Kissy don't care.
It was, I'm telling you, I
can't even emulate it. It was like I had to make a sound for it to come out, but it wasn't like a.
Yeah, you weren't making the sound. Yeah. It was just a natural sound.
It was a natural
that
response.
Went with
what I was
pushing.
doing. Yeah. It was like I don't even know. I can't even
heard that sound again.
I can't even do it. But
she did it.
Apparently, when we did it, my mom said she just started praying.
They was downstairs praying.
They knew. It was like, oh Lord, it's happening. But once that happened, like, she came out. Apparently, she kind of like dropped out.
Yeah, she just dropped out.
Because
it just fell. Gravity kicked in too.
Yeah, gravity kicked in. And so Christine handed me my baby through my legs because I'm on my hands and knees. So she had to hand it to me up front like that.
And your first words were?
I got my baby. And the first words I said was, my baby.
He said, my baby.
My baby.
My baby.
My baby. Oh. And I said, my baby. I said, mama.
He said, mama. And I said, mama.
Yeah, because my mama ain't here the first time. What? And then he screamed mama, so they all came.
Parents came upstairs. And
I don't even remember them being in the room when it first happened.
Yeah. And then they came upstairs and
it was 4 pushes, y'all.
The rest is history.
4 pushes. It's just like, when the baby's gonna come, it's gonna come. Because, like, usually it don't take no whole bunch of pushes unless you pushing artificially. Prematurely, should I say. Prematurely. But
that concoction helped and
put me over the threshold.
Put her over and we just did what we did.
And I was able to get in the bed. They walked me to the bed. And then had some skin to skin. And I had to wait until my placenta came out, the afterbirth. So we waited. I don't even know how that happened.
You did a slight push and the placenta just came out.
Just bloop, came out. She showed it to me before we disposed of
And we
it.
talked about what we wanted to do with it.
I didn't want to keep it. So the baby came out, y'all, and it was a beautiful thing. It seemed like there was a lot going on when you tell the story, but it didn't feel like it.
It was
to
a
me.
moment. It was a moment I'll never forget, and it was different movements and different things happening.
Yeah, for me, I'm really good at focusing on what I need to focus. I really like shut out a lot. I don't even remember my mom's coming in. Even after I said come in, I don't even remember none of that until like I don't even know. Okay, I don't even know.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Oh, somebody asked, "Are you naked or with clothes on until you push the baby?"
I had a t-shirt. I remember
You
that
had a
white
t-shirt.
shirt, and I had nothing on.
That was
Then
it.
they made me take my shirt off. They said, "Take your shirt off, because I didn't have skin to skin with
Yeah,
her."
but during the labor part, she had a t-shirt on, and that was it.
Yeah, I did have a t-shirt on.
Yeah, girl, y'all saw she did that fake cry.
Chickaboo. Let me
Let's see.
what else. I think that was all.
Yeah, that's
If
all.
you have questions, you gotta just put it in the comment section or message us on Instagram. We can have a part 2 recap or something.
Yeah, the last question I forgot. Somebody said, "Did the doctor give you a hard time when you told her you wanted a home birth, or did you not do doctor visits anymore?"
After about 20-some weeks, I stopped doing doctor visits because she basically told me I was gonna die at Emory Midtown in Atlanta.
Baby,
I don't care, because a lot of people that we knew, not a lot of people, but a few people that I knew, had bad experiences at Emory.
yeah. Yeah, to answer your
And
question,
then-
the doctor was totally against home births, and she let that be known.
Yes, I just asked her what her thoughts was. I wasn't
She
gonna
talked
tell her.
about the risk that
And the deaths.
that the maternity that Black women deal with.
And see, the thing is, they don't mention that Black women are dying in the hospitals.
Yeah,
Okay?
they are.
And I just want to throw this out here. And one reason why I stopped going to Emory because they made up my blood pressure. The girl lied and said my blood pressure was X over X. And it was not that. Because she never touched me, never took it. And I said, if they going to lie about my blood pressure, I don't want them to deliver my baby.
Yeah.
Get me out of here. But that was the last straw after they did a whole lot of other unethical things.
Right.
So I just don't. If I had to go to a hospital, I wouldn't go to Emory. I would go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not Emory. So I'm done with Emory and everything they stand on. And I'm standing on business on it.
Well, with that being said, overall, amazing home birth experience.
I would do it again. I hope I can do it for any other pregnancies. Hopefully, I pray to God I have more healthy pregnancies, smooth pregnancies and delivery.
Yep.
And I really think it was a lot of emphasis on the day of, and I think the emphasis should be on the day after the baby comes, or the day the baby comes, postpartum. I think people need to talk more about what needs to happen after the baby comes.
Yeah, that's true. Because a lot of emphasis was about
The delivery.
the day, the delivery. Yeah. But the conversation should be about after the baby gets here.
Yeah, because it's just one day. All
Right.
that preparation for one day, you need to be preparing for them months or weeks, however long you take off of work, if you take off of work.
Yeah.
So, if you have questions, please ask. And if you want to know about what we did. What?
One more thing. Somebody asked, did we document the journey? Yes, my sister Chelsea was here. She had camera set up. She documented the whole journey for us. She made us a short recap video, and we were able to see everything. We was in tears watching it, but
I still haven't watched all the raw footage yet.
we ain't watched everything.
Woo!
Woo-wee. One day.
One day. So, but I would definitely recommend it. If you're scared, just know that that's coming from a fear base. Now, if you want to go have your baby at the hospital because that's what you want to do, go have your baby at the hospital.
Yeah. If you want that epidural, go get that epidural.
Your epidural.
Do whatever you want to do.
Please.
It's your body, your choice.
And having it this way don't make you, what they say, make you more of a woman or less of a woman. It
Nope.
ain't about that. It's about your comfortability and what you want to have.
Yep.
If you want to have a home birth and you have the finances, I won't share how much it is because, I don't know if Christine going to put the price up.
Yeah.
Jack it down, jack it low, jack it up. But you know,
We did have to pay out of pocket for it.
yeah, pay out of pocket. Our insurance doesn't cover it. I
Insurance
think she
doesn't
has
cover
one,
it. Yeah, some
but
insurance.
we didn't have
does.
that insurance that she takes.
Yeah.
It was just one of them. So,
So it's
price-
something to inquire about
Yeah.
if you're thinking about it. Ask the midwife, or maybe find a midwife whose insurance take whatever insurance you
And
have.
if they don't, just be prepared to pay out of pocket. But I hear that hospital births too. Somebody said it was about the same because they had a hospital birth and a home birth. They said that the hospital birth was a little bit more. So it just depends on what state you're in, what all is entailed in your midwife services. So it just depends. But
And ultimately, we have a healthy
baby girl.
So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for sending in questions. We love answering questions. We believe that God brought us here at this moment to go through this process, to be able to inspire others, to be able to just share our journey with you, to encourage you, to let you know that we did it so you can do it too. So tune in to the next episode. Keep supporting. Keep looking at all our other videos.
Let us know what video you
Keep
want
sharing.
us to do next.
Yeah, hit us up on Instagram. I'm at C Mavens.
I am at Ebony_Noir.
Thank y'all for tuning in. Hey, Super Bowl coming up. It's about to get real. Let's go. All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
Say bye.
Say bye. Chickaboo. Say bye.
Bye.
Say bye.
All right, that's all y'all get.